Hey, what's up, traders? Dave FX Hunter here with weekly Forex forecast for the 22nd November. So, quite good week. I have closed nice profits in the MEM account, around the 6% this month. So, I'm receiving nice messages from the investors. Thank you for the trust. In the signal service, we kind of waiting for the swing trades happen. In the swing trading, it's not delivering the profit every day because we're looking for the bigger move than a couple pips. As well, I have published this copy trading service, so I have already one subscriber. And if you're interested in this, just look on the link below this video. But be sure you read the description. I will say more about this service later in some official video about it. But what I want to say, it's delivering the high profits, but it's as well the risky, right? So as I said many times, big profits means big risks. But I'm doing this trading, and I'm doing it for the 2.5 years, and it's kind of how to deliver good profits for me, and it's good to mix it with the conservative strategies and middle risk strategies, and you have as well the high risk strategy. So of course I cannot trade like this with all my money, but it's good as an additional strategy to the whole portfolio, right? Because we of course should not bet everything on the one strategy, right? So I do more things, but as said, I will say more later about this. In the terms of the market's conditions, so nothing much new is actually happening or surprising. So as said many times, we are currently in this market cycles, which is a profit taking from the euro. On Kiwi is as well getting into the extreme positions, Aussie as well, kind of, and on the USD is a position building for the longs. I'm expecting a slight drop on the dollar index, where might we could see this bounce, right? Actually the Kiwi surprised me. I was expecting that the market makers might build the bigger positions, but they took the profit, so that's why it started to move a bit higher, which is actually good because we have a Aussie JPY trade, nice one. And yeah, the cat, not much. This cat is actually somehow in the neutral territory, but the coming strength on the USD is bringing up the USD cat. Alright, so let's go to the charts, and I will show you actually what I'm doing and what's making my life easier, right? As we have finally finished this my web visualization, which is quite good for me to do the decision. So what I basically do, I go simply through all the charts, and I'm looking for the entries on the weekly, daily, 4 hours levels. This levels is actually the institutional levels and the liquidity voids, liquidity gaps, as well as stop loss zones, which are very easy to decode thanks to this application as well. This is like a little bit complex technique how to use it, and it's kind of similar to supply demand strategy, which I was using in the past, and I came into this back again. Why? Why I left the channels and all these things which I was might known for that. Basically, here is one thing. I always love to trade supply demands, but imagine when you're trading supply and demand, you basically have to analyze at least 4 time frames for each market, right? Now imagine if you have 4 time frames and you're following 20 pairs, then you actually have to do the analysis of the 80 charts, right? And you have to be updating it. It's almost impossible. Now I have everything automated on my website, so I basically don't draw all the drawings. I simply go through this my website, and then I just draw what is interesting for me. That's making my life very easy because I simply follow the COT retail positions. I'm drawing this, and that's it. That's so simply like that. Soon, or this what I have on my website will be actually transferred to the MT4 as well, and you will be able to use it too. So You can prepare very easily the trading plan and then just execute it in the MT4. So I suggest, I'm not pushing you, I'm not telling you this is the best strategy, but I'm thinking that's if you find out how to use it, it's very efficient. In the future, I will make some webinar about this, and you will see. Maybe it's good for you. Okay, my friends. So let's go to the charts and look what I have prepared. Okay. Okay, my friends, so we are looking to my website where here on this tab order flow you can find this UT. Of course, you must first fill up the email. So let's look what's actually happening, and we will start with the US dollar index. So what's going on here? We can see that the banks are slowly building the long positions while they are maintaining the taking the profits from the shorts, right? So we are seeing that here they've been actually around 26k. Sorry, let me bring this. So they've been around 26k and they dropped, slowly dropping and adding, because they, as they go lower, they need to bring the shorts to build the longs, right? So position building on the dollar. Here on the left side we have the euro, and we can see that we are in the big profit taking while they are slowly started to bring the shorts. They started actually somewhere around here, right? So the net positions dropping, right? Quite good looking that the euro should start to drop soon, but not maybe yet. Next one we will look to the GBP and the Kiwi. So here is the pound, and what we are seeing on the pound, big profit taking, right? And we are seeing the build of the shorts, so the net positions going to the negative territory. Bottom line is this: you can see how the shorts are growing on the pound. Here is the Kiwi. We are seeing that the longs are in the this year extreme, so there will be some profit taking for sure. We can see that always when the banks reach 20k, they start to drop the price. Right now they make it extreme 29k, so I'm thinking it should they could took some profit out. Okay, so next one will be the Aussie and the Canadian dollar. Aussie, what we can see here on the left side is that the banks has started to take out the profit. Look at this. From the 63k positions, they started to drop it, and they're dropping it quite massively for some time while they build these short positions, right? So we are back. It's kind of like a neutral sentiment. That's not a strong sentiment for the shorts or anything if is it around 50%, but we can see that the longs being closed, right? So not big chance that, I mean, there is a not big commitment of these traders to go up actually, right? Here is the Canadian dollar. What's going on here? We can see the longs positions slightly growth, but the shorts positions growth a bit more. So the Canadian dollar is more weaker than stronger. And the last one will be the franc and the JPY. So here is the franc. So what we see on the franc is a profit taking, right? Look how these extreme positions, that's the thing you should be looking for. We have this 23k extreme position in this year, right? Look, 23k start to take profit, 21k start to take profit, 22k start to take profit, but not building the longs positions yet. But if you watched my videos about this UT, there is a possible couple types of the movements which could be just on the profit taking of the longs without building the shorts yet. Here is the Kiwi, and we can see that as well 3 times when they reached around these 62k, they start to take profit. Here it was just 55. I thought they will build more. However, what happened in the last week, they closed this, right? So I'm thinking that this position closing could be could continue for a couple of weeks, might, you know, as they did it in here. Maybe they could make it in here as well. So this is in the terms of the COT. We can look as well for the gold, which quite start to look interesting for me. So what we are seeing, there was a big profit taking, right? And now they're adding the longs again, and they closed the shorts from the 90k to the 78. So the gold could become quite bullish. Now let's go to look to the chart. So here, for example, if you are on this my application and you click to these charts, it will open for you the chart of the Aussie cat, right? So I have it here already, and here is what I was talking about on the beginning of the videos, where I can see all these my levels, you know, nicely on the all 4 time frames, which are important for me while I'm making the decisions. So based on that, I simply go through all these pairs which I want to see, and I'm trying to find some interesting levels for the entries, right? So for example, I click just some, you know, here. So here we have the Euro GBP, and what is interesting for me on this one is currently I will not open any trade, but I like this level, this one, because from here we have seen the break up, right? So what's actually happening in here, we can see these 2 lows, actually 3 lows. So what I will be looking for is that if the price will drop down here, I will be looking for the bounce up here, right? How far I will target is just above some you know, some highs, not so big. Why? Because on the weekly we are still not in this level. It could drop like this, but not very often the market continues without the corrections, right? Here we can see as well on the 4 hours, again, you know, beautiful level in here, and this would be nice trade, right? So simply like that, with simple things, thinking about in the terms of the liquidity, you can basically do your analysis very quickly as well, just by quick look what I see here on the daily, on the euro. Nothing much interesting. I'm thinking that if this zone will be filled, maybe we could see a bit drop lower, right? So like that, I simply go and then I redraw the interesting levels into my charts, and most of them I actually post on my trading view, so they are here, and here is what I will be looking for the next week. So for example, here we have NZD franc, and here is actually the weekly level, and what I'm expecting here, as we saw on that there will be profit taking on the Kiwi, we might see the drop lower, right? So I'm looking for the short on the Kiwi franc. The next one is the CAD JPY. As said, the JPY I expect to be weaker, but does it mean that I will simply enter like this in here? Of course not. That would be kind of stupid, I think. I would wait until these lows would be, you know, taken out, and here is this nice liquidity void. So what's the liquidity void? That's this level where actually the price moved sharply. So what that means? That means that probably in this in this accumulation would be still the orders which would be filled up, and they then take the price up. So waiting on this one. Next one is Aussie JPY. We actually had already the trade on the Aussie JPY where we entered at on this level in here, and we are in the trade somewhere here. I don't know how many pips is it in the profit now. So if you don't have a trade, I think here is a possible re-entry for the quite good long trade. If this does not work and the price drop down, here is a beautiful level, this one, for another longs, right? So of course I can be wrong anytime, and I must have more opportunities how to trade it. Here is Kiwi USD. I have actually shared this couple times ago. So here we have the one level, here is the liquidity zone, and here is another level. So I'm thinking here in this, around these zones, it's of course not exactly on the 1 pip or the 3 pips, you know, it's a zone. I'm basically, what I am doing, and I'm doing it especially on the copy trading account, I'm building the positions in here, right, for the big short. In the signal service I cannot do that, you know. I mean, what would my subscribers say when I say open one position here, open one position, open one position here? I'm doing that, but in the signal service we have you know, the trade, and we have of course some stop loss and the target. This is how the trading looks in the swing trading. But if you kind of the player and you can have your plan, you can of course doing the averaging, you know, then closing some of the trades. And yeah, so next one is the Euro NZD. We have actually the trade already. It's a bit it's actually right now on the break-even somewhere, because we entered on this level and it dropped down, you know, and now it looks good. So I'm thinking we should see the up move. Why we should see the up move when we have seen the profit taking on the euro? Because on the euro there is still that nice gap, similar like this one, which has to be filled, right? So probably the weakness of the Kiwi can bring this up, right? This is the next one is a USD JPY. So I'm waiting here to price visit this liquidity zone. Why it's liquidity zone? Well, look, here's the nice level, right? So I actually entered first in here, and then we closed the trade. What happened then? The price moved higher. So what happening here? The trade is entering the breakout of this, you know, because they're expecting the price to move higher. Then the price dropped down, and then it started this ranging, and this ranging above the level, it's very important. What that means? So these breakout traders will have the stop losses, probably some of them in here, you know, some of them in here. There is of course the more levels, right? So what probably could happen in here is some break, then this, and then that, right? So I will be waiting for this one. This probably will be a good trade. Next opportunity which I'm seeing is on the USD franc. So yeah, similar case. We having a sharp move. Here is a liquidity level on the lower time frame than 1 hour, because now you can see it here, but it's there. So if this will be hit, then I would be looking for this trade like that. Of course, that would be nice, you know, to do the swing trades like this. You can try to hold it, but currently, as I said, that we are in the profit taking phase, in the accumulation phase cycles on the markets. Then just taking the trades like, you know, this, it's good, because who knows if even any big trend will start until the end of the year, right? So next, what I have here is still yes, this is a DXY, so dollar index. I'm expecting the price to visit this level, right? Still same thing. Look what they do, you know, they start to ranging and sucking the people into the longs in here, and then, you know, this is what I'm waiting for. So around the 92, maybe taking out these lows, right? So that would be the move higher, and then they could build the long positions around here, right? So that would be actually this thing on the euro, which I'm still waiting for, right? So on the lower time frame, I'm thinking that the euro, this actually is quite a little bit older. So what happened since then, right? So the price dropped like this down, you know. So what basically they're trying to do probably here is to you know, to attract the sellers, because they're breaking this trend line, so people probably shorting. And what the banks are trying to do, they want more people to have stop loss above here, right? And there are actually the stop losses. We have a data for that, so what I'm thinking that's gonna happen is that we will see something like this, boom.
Well, of course, you know, it's Forex. Anything can happen and it can continue up like this. But as we are in the profit taking phase, I'm thinking that this and then that would be great. So as you can see, a lot of my analyses are still valid here on the trading view, right? So here is the USD CAD. We actually had this trade, and this is the similar case which I'm always looking for, right? So what I want to see is a level which is some significant, which has broke, you know, through some accumulation or whatever. So, and then what I love to see is something like how the price is coming back. And the perfect thing is when the market makers actually create this illusion of the support. Why? Because when they create this this illusion of the support, and then they make this break, right? This is kind of, you know, here on the 1 hour it looks like, you know, it's not break, but trust me, if you're not seeing this, you will might think that the price will continue up, right? Anyway, so we have this, so definitely stop losses of those who probably enter at the break in here, you know, the break in here, or break this break, you know, or even here. And here when these stop losses are hit, or even the shorters are entering here, here is a big chance that the banks can buy, right? So what then happen is this, you see, so basically they came back into this level and then sharply they move it up, right? So you see how the level works again. Okay, so this is for this one. Then yes, Euro JPY, still I'm expecting that the price could go higher. So this is actually, we have this trade, and here is what I was saying, right? So that we have been filled, and then the price will be moving, and then it move up and then moving like this again. So it's actually still waiting for the up move, right? So I'm thinking that it should go higher. What's the next one? Next one, this is the Aussie JPY, and similar case, right? So we have a significant level, sharp move, we have the liquidity void, this is green zone, which is actually, which you can see these green zones here, right? So you can see these green zones. Let me check Aussie JPY. Right, so it was actually this one, right? So you can see these zones, all of them in here easily. It was actually here, right? So here is that zone here. So we have this sharp move and the zone, right? So basically I don't have to draw anything. It's everything here on this my website. I basically then just draw it to the trading view because it's more live. This charts are not live, but they are updated very often, so more than less than 15 minutes, so it's good enough to do the decisions, right? So where we been, I'm sorry, yeah, it was here, right? So yeah, we have a sharp move from here, then we have this you know, again they creating illusion of the support. Why? Because the people were going long from here, and then the market waiting to take them out and move up, and look, you see. So it's you must be patient and wait until the price comes into the level, right? And this is our trade on the on the Aussie JPY. So I'm expecting it still continue a bit higher, so we're waiting for this one. Next one, what is interesting as well, still this Euro JPY. What is going on here? You can see still same case actually, right? So we have a sharp move. Why is this level? Because look, we broke from this accumulation phase, right? So here would be a lot of orders because it has to bring the power to move it up. Then what we see, we can see, you know, 1, 2, 3 levels. So maybe the traders entering here, of course, some big hedge funds, they might enter at the long in here on the breakout, you know, and then they holding this because they trading with, you know, big distances, so they can have a stop loss somewhere below here. Anyway, So here probably would be the stop losses, and I'm thinking the price has to come down here to take up a big sharp move. And what's going on with the euro? Profit taking, pound very weak, right? So I'm thinking that the price should be, look how it goes down, right? So until it reaches this level, I'm not interested to do anything. Okay, so the next one, here is the Aussie. So on the Aussie, I'm still expecting the same thing, the price to come up higher above the liquidity. And where is the liquidity? Above these highs, right? So in here, I would be interested to trade something on the euro. So as you can see on the trading view, all of my orders, all of my trades are posted, and most of them are still valid. So here is the euro and the D. What's actually happened in here? Look at this, how it was very same situation, right? We can see that the banksters did again this illusion, you know, then they drop it, they then move it higher, and then they drop it even lower. Here is on the 1 hour, here is actually the level where it reacted even below these lows, right? So let me show you where is this one, and I'm still thinking the euro can go up, this euro and ZD. So if we go to the 1 hour and look at this level, boom, this is where it's reacting right now, making new high. So I'm thinking that this can work, right? So yeah, my friends, it's I think everything for today, because it's getting already quite long, and I wish you happy trading. Visit my trading view if you're interested to know something about the trades. Simply come here, click on it, you know, and write your comments in here, right? There's nothing easier than ask me in here. This is where I will operate, and I will answer your questions. And don't write me the questions what I think about this and that. Here is actually everything explained, and you can of course I will be glad if you share your ideas, right, or your thoughts. That's of course always welcome, because I don't have to be always right. So yeah, COT, this is amazing application, you know. And the last thing what I wanted to mention is this copy trading. So if you go here on below this video is the link. Here is the results actually for the last 2.5 years, right? So as you can see, it's quite good, and I trade a lot of trades. So you can see I have a lot of open orders on the NZD. As said, I'm building the position, right? So yeah, as well, look, maximum drawdown 61%. It's quite big drawdown, but look at the profit, you know. I mean, I know what I'm doing on this one, right? So currently the equity is around 9.9. The deposit was 5,000, but I already made and withdrawed some profit, right? So if you're interested in this, don't forget to read the description which is in here, right? It's very important, because you might look at this, you come here, you say, and you will look at this, oh, last month he had 100%, you know, this year 200%. But it's not for everyone. I mean, look, I'm currently in the drawdown, and I'm constantly working with the drawdown, and not everyone can make it psychologically, right? Anyway, this is everything, my friends. I wish you a great rest of the weekend. Bye bye.